Now then, people, it is Joe, or Leeds TV. It is good to be back. I hope you are all doing well. Hopefully, you've missed us, because I've missed you. Yeah, lots been going on. I'll get into that. I'll touch on it briefly, and then we'll have a chinwag about, what happened at Charlton, because I haven't done, pre-match, post-match for quite some time now. So let's have a chinwag about that. Let's have a look at the season thus far. I think there has been a lot of crazy notions out there personally. A lot of negativity. I've seen in some circles even people questioning if Bielsa is the man. I've genuinely heard it. I'm sure you guys have as well. Some of you on this stream might agree with that. Let's have a chat about it. I mean, I certainly don't, but let's go into it. Touch on briefly. Obviously, I've been away for a good few weeks now. I've had a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, and listen, let's not go too depressive. But yeah, listen, I've had a lot going on. I've come off social media. A lot of that is, and I'll be straight with you, I was portraying this character. Not saying it is true, it is me. That is me on the social media, on their Instagram and all that sort of stuff, telling people to behave in a certain way, do certain things, and I'm not even doing it myself. So sort of like practice what you preach, listen to your own advice. I needed to take some time out because, I've been up there for so long, and I genuinely had a bit of a crash. I had shit going on. The house situation didn't help. I went to Barnsley away. I had far too many sherbets, and yeah, it just sort of like went downhill, and I needed to fucking, I've not been to see Leeds since. I'm still watching the games, don't get me wrong, but I've taken some time out, and yeah, my friend's got my season ticket and all this sort of stuff. I just needed to concentrate on me and mine. Yeah, like I say, professing or trying to be someone, and fucking not doing it yourself, right? Look after yourself, look after your family, all that sort of jazz. And I'm going on, I'm all this, I'm all that, doing all this sort of shit, but not actually being that person, if that makes sense. So that's why I've taken a little bit of time out just to process all that stuff, go through it, and sort my head out, really. Sort my head out. And I'm sorted out. Look, I'm still in the garage. The reason I put buy garage on the tweet, I get my keys for my new house tomorrow. I'm here doing this in this garage to say bye to it, really. It's where it all sort of began. Everyone enjoys it. I've had people saying it's like Armley, all that sort of jazz. Don't worry, the house where I'm going to, one of the stipulations was that I must have a space for all Leeds TV. As it turns out, I'm going to have my own little room. Yes! So, yeah, I've got my own little room in my house, my little man cave that is going to be purely for all Leeds TV. I'm going to get a TV banged up on the wall. We're going to do many, many watch-alongs. Let's not just keep it exclusive to Leeds. Let's do some more. Yeah, I wanted to do a watch along tomorrow. Unfortunately, I can't get out of work early. I might stick it on for the second half, but again, that all depends on how the first half's gone, I guess, because we've got a massive game coming up, right? We have got a massive game coming up against West Bromwich Albion, the only team in the division still to be undefeated. It's going to be a tough test. We had some awesome games with them last time, so hopefully we can look forward to that. I'm going to quickly dip into some of your comments. How's the picture, guys, anyway? How's it looking? I've got the new iPhone 11 Pro, and it looks pretty decent. I don't know if it's conveyed across to you, but it looks good from where I'm standing or sitting. Obviously I did the English free peaks as well. Thank you so much for anybody that got involved, anybody that contributed. That was absolutely amazing. Genuinely, it was one of the best experiences of my life. I will be hoping to do more like that in the future. Just for me. Not for anybody else. That's part of the reason I came on social. I'm doing all these things. It's not for anybody else. It's for me. Yeah? So that was that. I've had the snip, yeah. I've had, a lot of things have happened. I've had the snip. No more kids for Wainman. 3's enough. Yeah, it's been a crazy few weeks. thank you so much to Conor and Oscar who've continued to put previews, post matches out. I might not agree with some of their thoughts, but you know, after watching the lads post match as well, after Charlton, I wanted to do a video then, and that's no slant on them. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but I just felt, and this isn't just any of the lads, it's as a collective, I felt we were getting a little bit downbeat, a little bit negative. How many games into the season are we? Let's have a look. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Are we 11 games in? No, that's two. That's two League Cup games. Sorry, yeah. So we're 9 games in. 9 games. That's why I said let's process it. Let's have a look at it. We're only 9 games in and we're 4th in the league. Let's not get too carried away just yet. So that's what I wanted to do. Let's have a chat about where people are at. We'll touch on West Brom and then we'll just do what Monday Night Football normally is about. We'll just have a chinwag. So before we do any of that, let's jump into some of your comments. Or someone has just said as well, and I need to put it out there, Natasha, Tasha and Jack, been with the channel from the start. They've had a baby Charlotte. Welcome, Charlotte. I look forward to meeting you. Harry looks forward to meeting you. Yeah, we might have an All Leeds TV, like, we've got All Leeds TV baby there, and then obviously Harry and Charlotte, you never know. Do you know what I mean? I'm only kidding. But yeah, a lot of love in the comments, like I say. I briefly popped onto social media, and you know, people asking where I was, a lot of people assuming that I blocked them, all that sort of stuff. That's what it was. I just needed to take some time out, and thank you for anybody that was worried or has sent messages. It means a lot. We've hit the 100 club. We have 100 people back on the stream. I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't done it for a while, I genuinely was worried that no one was going to come in. Also, Scum and Arsenal are playing. I know, you know, Scum, but it'll be a decent game to watch. Hopefully Arsenal will win. So there was that as well. I was thinking, shall I put that on so we can have a talk while I'm talking? But yeah, I'm just rambling now. You can tell it's been quite a while since I've done this. But honestly, as I say, I get the keys for the new house tomorrow. I'll have my All Leeds TV room set up, and we can get back to regular videos, regular Monday Night Footballs, because it's what we all look forward to. This is the highlight of my week, Monday Night Football. What's that? Definitely blame my form on No Joe videos. Yes, so do I. Let's have a look. So there's a lot of people touching on there in Charlton. There's a lot of people talking about West Brom tomorrow. Obviously, the fact that Forshaw and Pablo is out. Who'd have thought this time last year that we'd be bemoaning the loss of Forshaw? For me, he's had such a turnaround. I've said it in videos. Him and Dallas will be the Phillips and Cooper of this season. And Forshaw has been missed. Let's not kid ourselves. He's been a linchpin in there. A lot of people are saying, good to see you back. Thank you so much. All Things Leeds. Ed, how you doing, mate? I've been watching some of your stuff on the LS11. Keep it up, mate. Yes, I am alive, though. I've also been listening to your podcast as well, mate. Don't worry about that. I like to listen to everybody's. That has still continued. Talking Shut have been putting out some very, very good stuff. I really enjoy the Square Ball post-match podcast. They're just their podcasts in general have me in fits. So yeah, man, loads of Leeds content, and as I say, Conor and Oscar have been continuing to put it out. But I'm back, and let's take it up a notch because Wainman's back now. I'm only kidding, boys. If you're watching, am I? Mother39 says, head up Joe, can really recommend walking the dog to give you headspace. I don't have a dog. If you want to lend me your dog, Mother, I'm more than helpful. I'm more than obliged to take your dog on a walk. But you are right, mate. That sort of stuff does help. Like I say, when I went climbing them mountains, dropping it in again, that I did climb 3 mountains in 2 days. It did, honestly, give me so much headspace. I'm not gonna lie. It was really therapeutic. It was. All Things Leeds says, Raw watch along. I'm game if you're game. I mean, it's on early hours, mate. Let's do it next time. There's what you call it, a pay-per-view. Let's get it on. Maybe you could come, Ed. Come with me and we'll watch, I don't know, fucking WrestleMania. Let's do it. In my new All Leeds TV room, get you around. We'll get some monsters, top up on monsters and espressos, and just stream us watching WrestleMania. I'm game if you are. April's not too far away. Babs McGinty says you buffered new broadband. Is it buffering, guys? I do apologise. Is the stream okay now? I can come off the Wi-Fi if needs be and go on the 4G. Is the stream okay? Can you let me know if the stream's okay? Before I continue, I don't want this to be brutal. Stream is fine, of course. So for them guys that are asking if the Wi-Fi's gash, I reckon it's your Wi-Fi. Check with your provider. Stringer Beads, Leeds. My mate Rob says it does look like E-Wing in Armley. It does, mate. Wait till you see. Wait till I get into the new gaff. Genuinely. For those that are asking, I am going to be moving to Seaham, which is close to Sunderland Beach. There's a beach, yeah. It's just nice place. Unfortunately, not moving to Leeds. Can't wangle that one yet. But I've told our lass, you know, when we get old and the kids get older, a lot of people want to emigrate to Spain or go to the seaside. Wainman's moving to Beeston. That's where me and our lass are retiring to. Beeston. Let's have it. Stephen Darcy says, I look lean and mean. Thank you very much. 2 stone lost. I do need some guns though, and I do need a chest. My mate Rob, Stringer Beads, said he's got a chest he can borrow me. So if you don't mind, mate, because I'm actually going away. I'm going away with the missus this weekend again to thing. We're going to Benidorm just for a couple of days, just for 4 days. So I could do with that chest while I'm out there. You know, with my vest on the beaches, giving it all this. I do look a little bit like a little boy now when I take this off. But people don't know that from the outside, so it looks alright. I look lean, yeah. I did see some photos. Even if I look back at all Leeds TV videos in the past, yeah, I wasn't in good shape. Let's be honest. So yeah. Again, Ed says, could you tell Oscar to slow down a bit in his video? It's like he's on speed. I mean, he might be. He could be on FET. Maybe if we counteract it with a bit of ketamine, that might sort him out. 1 ketamine, 1 FET, he might be alright. Anyway, there might be kids watching, so we'll leave that alone. Let's have a look. Damar Facey says, loving the shirt. Thank you very much. Luke Bond says, not trying to say anything, but I definitely blame our form on Joe's no videos. Yeah, it probably is. I remember after we beat Bristol City 3-1, prior to that I did a video and some guy tweeted Lee Johnson and said, use this video as fire for the squad. I mean, I doubt Bristol City was sat in the changing rooms watching me to get up for the game. But if that is true, maybe that's why Leeds are losing, because they don't have me to watch prior to match day. I doubt it, but who knows? Ed says Bogus was very good for the end of 23s today, should be considered. I wish he was, mate. I thought he looked good in pre-season as well. Ed, how long am I going to be live for? Hour maybe? We'll see. We'll play it by ear. We'll probably run out of things to talk about, but with me I do tend to go off on tangents, so I can get involved. Someone said get a cat. Justin Scarpool says Hernandez out, who will score within 30 seconds tomorrow. I know, what a game last time out. I wasn't at the game either. Oh my god. Like, I can't remember the reason as to why I wasn't at the game, but my friend Sean, his dad couldn't get a ticket. I said, do you know what, mate? I think it was a Friday night, wasn't it? I was otherwise engaged. I can't remember. It might have been the kids or something, but I couldn't go to the game. I'm sat at home, bam. How many seconds? I was like, I cannot believe I am not at this game. It was much like, you know, I gave Conor my ticket for Aston Villa away, and we all know how that panned out. But, you know, things happen. But listen, it's a joy to watch Leeds United at the moment, in the ground, at home, away, anywhere in the world. It's a joy to watch, and that's what I want to bring it back to. We are 9 games into the season. We are 4th in the league. We arguably had our worst performance of the season against Charlton, but still dominated. Had 19 shots, 72% possession. And yeah, like, come on, it's a 46 game season. I've heard crazy things. I was listening to Conor's video. I was listening to the post-match podcast with Square Ball, and this isn't, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but there was talk about Bielsa not having success in his career, and is it down to not changing the team, etc., etc. I just think 9 games into the season, when we're 4th in the league and have only really played poorly once, and you could still say we're the better side. Yes, we were shite against Charlton for me, based on the last season and 9 games, because we have very high standards now, very, very high standards. But let's take it back, you know, before Rads came in. Well, even when Rads came in, Heckingbottom. Let's take it back even further. Steve Evans, Darko Milanic. Let's go even further back to Bates' era. Do you know what I mean? This, at the moment, it is a joy to watch. And I just think it's a little bit naive to be saying now, like, oh, nah, it's not going to happen. Like, genuinely, people are writing it off, saying it's piss poor, questioning Bielsa. I just think it's not needed. Personally, like I said, that is my opinion. I am a quite positive guy. Maybe people would say too positive if you look back to last season, and I was saying, you know, on the videos, because you've got it there. I mean, I'm always like this. Under TC, when we set off out of the blocks, you ask my friends, I said we were going to win the league that season. Every season, I was that guy. I've said it before, when we're fecking 14th and I'm working out how many times teams will need to lose above us and us to win to still get top 6, etc. That is me. But I just think after Charlton, it was just far too downbeat. I don't think we played well, but we still dominated the ball. Like I say, 72% possession. But a lot of people come and say, yeah, it's the same old story though. We did that last season. We didn't go up. Yeah, get that. But for me, genuinely, the football that I watch now, it is a joy to watch. It is a joy to watch. Last season, for example, I couldn't believe it. I'm telling you now, right? I'm telling you now, in, let's say, 16 years' time, when Harry's going to games, right, and he's at a time where he understands it properly, it's not just thing, and he's looking at the football, we, or you, or me, young uns, whatever age, will look back at these seasons under Bielsa with great fondness. I'm telling you, it'll be like, oh, I remember when Bielsa came in and you know, that season, although we didn't go up, man, the way we battered Derby, that first game against Stoke, the way we just brushed them aside, no one was expecting it. Oh, Harry, honestly, you don't understand Bielsa, he was brilliant. You know, we'll go up this season, I still think that as well, you know, let's not get wild, you know. I think this is the first time in 10 games we've lost away from home. You know, our home form's suspect, don't get me wrong, I just think... yeah, I still think we'll go up. I think everybody outside of Leeds thinks we'll go up. Let's go through some of the games. Let's spin it back. Bristol City away, Leeds 3-1. Absolutely peppered them. Leeds United against Forest, again, absolutely battered them. You know, Conor, you know, grabbing, basically fucking bundled it in. You know, we battered Salford away from home. We beat Wigan at their place, which again is a tough place to go. We battered Stoke. We beat Brentford. We then drew 2-2 with Stoke in the cup, lost 5-4 on pens. Got sucker punched by Swansea. Barnsley, again, Barnsley for me were the best team we've played this season. They came and had a go. I think Swansea were brilliant defensively. That Van der Horn was class, but for me, best outfit Barnsley. You know, Derby, that was horrible. But again, you know, that first half, we should and could have been out of sight. Bielsa said it was the best football. Bearing in mind, this is what I'm saying. This was only 1 game ago. 1 game ago, that Bielsa and fans were saying this was the best football we had played under him in that first period. A lot of people look at the result and think, fuck's sake. But Bielsa himself said, that is the best I have seen whilst under us. That was only 1 game ago. We go to Charlton. We're all a little bit down because we conceded this late goal against Derby and we're thinking, oh, God. And we lose at Charlton and now it's like, yeah, I think, you know, Bielsa's maybe not the man. There's no fight. There's no this. There's no that. I don't agree. I do not agree at all. I think it's too early for us to be even questioning it personally. But again, that's just my opinion. I may be miles off the part, you know. I might be miles away. I can see there is a lot of juicy comments coming in relation to what I've been saying. So let's have a chat about it, because, you know, a lot of people will disagree with me and a lot of people will agree. But let's have a look. Yeah, someone said the Wi-Fi's working fine over in the States. Thank you for watching over there, mate. That's absolutely crazy. Sir Paul McCheesewedge mentions giving Edmondson a go. He's never going to get a look in, I don't think, otherwise it'd have been close to. Let's have a look. People are getting carried away. All we need is 3 wins on the trot and we'll be back at the top. I mean, we win tomorrow, we could be back at the top. I agree. Let's have a look. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there about how beautiful I'm looking. Understandable. Let's have a look. I'm trying to get into the juicy comments about the. You guys know nothing changes. I'm still miles behind. Harry Burns says people banging on about Roof. He's only just come back, played 2 games and done nothing. So he wouldn't have done out for us in either of these 9 games. Yeah, I mean, Roof's gone now. Let's be honest. You know, Roof's gone. He's gone, hasn't he? Bamford's the man. I'm not a massive fan. I'm not going to lie. I think you all know that. There is elements to his game that are really good. You know I speak to a lad very often. Well, Rob, I'll name check him. I speak to Rob very often. I know Rob's a fan of him. He's hold-up play, etc., etc. And it is brilliant. But for me, you're judged on your goals. You can do that all day for me. But as a striker, you're judged on your goals. And I just think there's too many misses at times, especially, you know, Derby. You know, he hits the post, there's the lob. Yeah, Bagpiper, Fan Cam Joe, what's happening? Tash has just had a baby. So that's why that hasn't been done. You know, with my new phone, when I'm back at Ellen Road, I'll try get some involved. Because like I say, it's got like 3 cameras, so you can pan out and get more in. So I'll try get involved. Let's have a go back to your juicy comments though. Exactly, based on the standards we've set ourselves, we were crap on Saturday, but we still dominated and shouldn't have lost. And that's by Ed, yeah. And this is what I'm saying about people having very short memories, because at the end of the day, it's because our standards are so high that we can be so... But at the same, you've got to take it in. Let's have a bit of perspective, you know. We're 4th in the league. Performances have been good, man. They've been good. Bristol City was very good. You know, Brentford, tough game. We played well against Barnsley. We battered Derby. You know, we were unreal at times. But, you know, yeah, we lost to Charlton, which was always going to be a tough game, wasn't it, at the end of the day? Because, you know, Boy is an astute manager. He's done that job at Charlton on a shoestring budget with absolute carnage going on above him in the boardroom, and his management skills are second to none, because he's got that Charlton side out of that division, and he's also got them doing well, and they're going to survive this season as well, you know. It was always going to be a tough place to go, you know. We've got West Brom next, massive game, only team unbeaten in the league, and then we're away at Millwall, you know. So the games come thick and fast, but you pick up 6 points from that and it's all rosy again. We just need a performance. We just need a performance. And look, we're due one, aren't we? Especially at home. Someone tell me when was last time, you know, obviously we beat Brentford at home, but I think it's like 1 win in 10 or something like that. which isn't good reading, you know. But let's go. Loco, Phil Leeds says, keep faith with the team. 9 games in, long way to go. 2 points per game is the aim at least, and we already have 17. Exactly. Stephen Darcy said he'd rather have a stutter now than with 10 games to go. But this is my point. I don't think we've had a stutter. I don't. Yeah, we have it. Yeah, we could have picked up maximum points, but we're not losing games. You know, these games that we've drew. Gipton Gimp, my absolute favourite. That is the best name I've ever heard. I think he goes on talking shut a lot as well, does the Gipton Gimp. Oh, he's actually griefing me though. Maybe I don't like his name. He says, you have to stop with these. Look where we have come from. Makes no difference about last season. This season is a must go up and we're dropping too many points. We're 4th in the league. Yes, it is a must go up. Ask me at the end of the season. I still think we'll go up, genuinely. Does everyone believe that? I do. Big Al says, do you want to see this football and still be in the championship? Listen, I'd rather see this than Pulis-esque football, if I'm being totally honest. But if you're asking me, do I want to go up? Yes, of course. But Big Al, back to you. Do you think playing this football that we won't go up? Is that what you're saying? Oh, this was another one. It's just come back to me as well. People again started to question playing out from the back. And I haven't heard that since the start of last season with lads around me, you know, old timers. They don't do it anymore. But they did at a stage where we did come unstuck at times and they were like, get it up, don't mess about, goals up there, hoof it, all that sort of stuff. There was times against Charlton where I don't think Calvin had a good game. That's the fact of it. I don't think Calvin had a good game. His playing out from the back wasn't great. There was one time, Click had the ball and Calvin didn't show for him. I think he was very much like, this is shite, I'm having a shocker, la la la, this can happen. I'm not questioning his you know, heart or drive or anything like that. I just think he had a poor game and maybe his confidence has gone and he said, I'm not showing for the ball. And Click gave it on. I mean, we didn't lose the ball, but I just watched it and I thought, why is Calvin not asking for the ball there? Because normally he would. But yeah, I just think, but yes, he had a poor game, but then people started to then question out us playing out from the back. This is what I'm saying. I think we've just gone from one extreme to another. Like, we lost the game and then all of a sudden people are going, why are they playing out from the back there? Get it upfield, you know, you've got to do it at the right times. Ben Parker even said it on the commentary. You know, you've got to be... No, man, we're never going to do that. We all know this. This is what we have done. That's what we've signed up for under Bielsa. And that's what has worked for us so many times. We've lost one game. You know, the derby is probably a knock-on effect from feelings after derby. And everyone's like, why are we playing it out from the back? You know, at times we should just get rid. No, man. No, don't. I just think it... That's just my opinion, though. And this is what I'm saying about on Saturday. I was at work, I was watching the stream, got to watch the rest of it in the car. I get home, I listen to podcasts, you know, see stuff on social media, even listen to the lads' videos, and again, they're my friends, there's no slant on them. But I was like, this is far too downbeat, my opinion. So that's why I was like, right, I want to do a video, and I was like, no. And then obviously the lads can't get a preview out, and I thought, you know what, yeah, I'm moving house, yeah, I mean, this garage around me is an absolute mess. Things in boxes and everything, but I just wanted to get it out because I just felt, yeah, we needed a bit of positivity. We needed to have a bit of reflection. I don't know what you guys are saying, but that's my thought process. Kednan, do you think it was a good thing we lost to Charlton because they are a team that might be struggling, and losing to them will make the team prove a point that they are good enough for promotion? I don't think it's a good thing that we lose any games, Dilip, to be honest. Lee Am says, end of the day, it doesn't matter where we are in the league now. The only position in the league that matters is in May. Yes, that's true. Hassan Ali says, all right, Joe, hope you're well. What are your realistic thoughts on how the game is going to pan out tomorrow? In my opinion, this is the first game in a while where we are going into it as underdogs. I don't know if we're being as underdogs. I mean, this is what I'm saying about Leeds fans and outsiders. It's a very good game of football. People analysing that aren't Leeds fans might look at it and say, look, last 2 games they drew, late against Derby, Charlton, you know, they've lost. Look at West Brom, unbeaten. and say, yeah, I mean, it's a good game of football. I don't think we're underdogs. I won't go that far, but yeah, I get what you're saying. It's definitely a massive game. But so was Brentford. Do you know what I mean? At that time, Brentford haven't really got going, in my opinion. But so was Brentford, you know. And look what we did there. We won, and then we went away and we battered Stoke, which I thought was a tough game. So this is the Championship. You don't go undefeated. It is what it is. Gail Dale, another favourite of mine, that name. He says, I blame Lee Bowyer. Phil Leeds says, tough league. After 9 games, how many teams around Leeds have similar points tally? It's too soon and very close at the moment. Big Al says, my opinion is we still have a smaller squad for this division. I don't agree with that personally. I think we'll do all right. Rob, yes, if you want to do the fan cam tomorrow from the wedge, 100%, get that sent over, mate. We can definitely put that together. Shane Shank says, if we can score as many chances, we would walk the league easy. I agree with that, mate, because at the end of the day, look, you look at that City team when they battered Watford, and I'm not saying we're on that level. I'm not saying we're the same quality, but for me, we could do that to a team, and that might sound crazy, but we could. You know, if you look at Derby, if we score them chances in that first half, we battering them, you know. I said to my mate who was a Borough fan right at the start of the season, and he laughed at me. And I can see, but this is my thought process. I said to him, we'll be the City of the Championship this year. We will batter teams. I mean, it hasn't really happened, you know what I mean? But again, we're only 9 games in, aren't we? We're only 9 games in. Jaggy Bab says, I agree, Joe. I just think people are sick of seeing guys like Harrison. Seen a lot of Bamford here too, but I rate Paddy. Yeah, I do think, look, we asked for Costa, played, was pretty ineffective. You know, pretty ineffective, wasn't he? You know, Eddie and I think as well, like Bielsa was just wanted to get Eddie on the pitch alongside. But I just think it was a look, the way Bielsa drills his team during the week, they know what's going to happen. I think Charlton, they lost that. I mean, there was a stage where Forshaw was running around the pitch with a piece of paper telling him what to do. They were having to have a go at him, telling him to play further forward. That isn't normal Bielsa way, is it? There's a very... Look, we know what we are going to do. If he comes here, I run in there, you go there, etc., etc. I just think when they tried this, I think it was 3-5-2 they were playing at times, just not used to it. We were behind. Charlton defended resolutely. Yeah, it was just one of them games, man. It was just one of them games. It happens. Let's have a look. Yeah, Football 19 says, wait until Eddie gets going and scores week in, week out. Couldn't agree with you more. I'm a massive fan. Yeah, Christopher Farrer says, we're more than capable of finishing above substandard teams like Forest and Swansea. No need to panic, we will get promoted. I think that's the thing as well about substandard teams. I'm just going to say, I think the Championship is wank this year. I think it is genuinely wank. And that's why, we'll win the league anyway. Not because it's wank, because it was decent last year, in my opinion. I remember doing a pre-season video with Conor. We thought it would be better. We talked up a lot of teams. We spoke about Huddersfield. I mean, I remember to be fair, Binky off Talking Short said they would get relegated. I think he might not have said that, but he did say there'll be pants, and they've proved to be that. We spoke about Barnsley. Barnsley haven't had the best start. You know, I just think as a division, it's pretty wank. And if we don't go up, if we didn't go up, we'd have, it'd be our own fault. I think a lot of people I've seen on Twitter as well, people saying, just today, because as I say, I went on the Leeds TV Twitter today, I'm looking through and people saying, the biggest team or the worst, the hardest team for us to play is ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Which is true, to be fair. Justin Scarpella says, can we get Lamrani in there? Teach players how to be physical on corners. We're too soft. I mean, that is my main worry. I mean, if I'd have done a post-match, this is another thing as well, right? Kiko Casilla. Up until Charlton, he's been really... I don't care what you say, because I'm a massive fan of him. He's been quality. He was shaky against Bristol, but he's been decent. And then look, I don't know what he's doing for the Charlton one. He basically punched it against the defender. It goes in the back of the net. Punched it against, I think it was a defender who scored for Charlton, I'm not sure. And And then everyone's saying he's wank and that again. And, you know, I even heard on a podcast that was saying, look, he's one of the best keepers in the league, if not the best. And then all of a sudden he makes an error. It's game over again. I don't know. I don't mind Kiko, genuinely. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I seen that, I was like, for fuck's sake. But these things happen. Ugh. My sweetener's not bloody... bit of sweetener in between teeth. But yeah, Conor's a suspect. We are bad, you know. I think even Lee Bowyer mentioned it and said, look, we knew they were susceptible to that. But there you go. Rudy LUFC says Struick is really good. He should come in for first team. Where though? You can't replace Cooper. You can't replace Ben White. Ben White is a Rolls Royce of a footballer, and Cooper's Mr. Steady Eddie at the moment. Tom from Total Leeds says, great to have you back. Great to have you back, but great for having me back, Tom. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, mate. You're a top lad and a top content creator. If you haven't already, check out Total Leeds on Instagram. They box it off on all socials, really, to be fair. Let's have a look. Meek, yeah, I agree that Struick should be on the bench. Fair enough. Yeah, agreed. Michael Evans says, why is nobody in the side playing hell with Casilla for not catching the ball? Does anyone ever bollock anyone in the team? Need a Roy Keane type figure? Ooh. I don't mind. Listen, I know this is between me and you. I don't mind Roy Keane. I don't mind watching him now because he's so good as an you know. I hate him as a player. Don't get me wrong. I feel like I'm needing to backtrack. But I mean, as a pundit and watching him absolutely batter people. I mean, I don't know if you've seen when he was talking to Carragher the other day. He was talking to Carragher the other day about Liverpool, and he was going, oh, we nearly won the title. And he was like, yeah, you nearly won the title. I just think he's bonkers. Did any of you see what he said about Alex Ferguson as well? When he was talking about Alex Ferguson being a good person, and he was like, do me a favour. He said, you know, his son's got a medal. His son's got a Premier League medal, for God's sake. And then he spoke about when Darren was manager at Preston and got sacked, and then 2 days later Ferguson pulls all these fucking players out from Preston. So that's why I like Keane. Don't quote me, you know what I mean? Let's have a look. We never do it the easy way, let's be honest, 100%. Stringer B says, Roberts is back. Just give Eddie the start. Yeah, it was nice to see Tyler Roberts come off the bench, to be fair. Having 23-year-old Calvin and 19-year-old Shax in the middle is a tough ask. Calvin is allowed to have a poor match here or there. Agreed. I do think, you know, that was another thing. I've seen people questioning Jamie Shackleton. Yet last season he was the best thing since sliced bread. Again, calm down. I do really rate Shackleton. Maybe Roberts comes in there. I'm not too sure. But we are missing Forshaw. We are missing Pablo. Although I don't think, to be fair, Pablo's had a great season. I don't. And I feel like Pablo's the one player that no one's allowed to criticise. But I don't think he's been great, personally. So when I seen he got injured, not saying, I was like, okay, it gives Costa the start now, doesn't it? But you know, Pablo is quality, but I just think he hasn't been great this season. But we do miss him 100%. Niall Joyce says, would maybe like to see Jack Clark come back and fight for Jack Harrison's spot. Could make them both a better player. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Jack. I think I think Jack Clark goes back. I think he goes back to Tottenham, personally. Joseph TV says, we can do this if we put our heads to it. Gail Dale says, how's Harrison doing, everyone? Rudy says, we battered Stoke 3-0. Yeah. Stephen Horsman says, Costa was totally awful. Saturday never worth 15 million. It's one game. My mate at work's a Wolves player, and on the way out today, he said to me, oh, he wasn't great, because I'd actually spoken to him on the Friday on his way out again, just as he passes. and I'd said, you know, Costa's playing, I'm really excited, and then he passed me a day and he was like, oh, I've been seeing he wasn't great, a lot of people saying he's been poor, and I said, aye, but listen, but he did say to me, he said, Joe, he can be frustrating at times. That was his, you know, his leaving gambit. He turned around to me and said he can be frustrating at times, but listen, it's his first start, you know. I think Conor touched on it, you know, Dallas was missing him out. Look, it's come out that maybe he's not adjusted fully, as in, you know, there was that game he was getting told, stay out wide, stay out wide. You know, is he fully up to speed yet with the Bielsa methods? A lot of the lads have had a full year now, do you know what I mean? We've seen it, but listen, he will come good. He's too good of a player to not come good, and hopefully that happens tomorrow against West Brom. Touching on West Brom, look, they're the only unbeaten team in the division. You know, great games last time out, as we've said, obviously 4-0 at home to us, 4-0 away to them. That was a real big shocker. I remember watching that game thinking, wow, you know, just wasn't expecting it. Pablo and Forshaw will both be out for the game. Obviously, they have some top quality professionals. I mean, just to name a few, you've got Pereira, Dean Garner, Matt Phillips, Kyle Bartley, Romain Sawyers. You've got Semi Ajayi, who we wanted, who I don't know if we were actually interested, but I know as fans were. You've got Gibbs, you've got Charlie Austin. You know, you don't need to say any more about West Brom. And I said this prior to the season starting. You know, against prior to the season starting with Conor in our pre-match video, pre-season prediction video, I said Slaven Bilic coming in there, it'll work wonders. And I did say that because for me, I knew Slaven was good anyway, but one of the things he did the World Cup, and just hearing the man talk, you know, sometimes you watch them people and you think, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about, and I could listen to him all day. I'm not a professional footballer, you know. What does it fucking matter if I could listen to him? But what I'm saying is, I just liked the way he went on, and I just thought, you're a top man, you're a top manager, you're a top gaffer. That was just my opinion of him. So when I seen he'd gone into West Brom, and then you see some of the players they've got and they've brought in, you know, they've got a young kid called Furlong playing at right back. He's up there with, you know, I think I'd read it on the YEP, an article from Graham Smythe saying he's up there in the top 6 for the most, you know, the best dangerous crossers in the division. And that's a young, I think he's a right back, could be left back, you know, and then Matt Phillips, we all know about Matt Phillips, Dean Garner, Pereira, Bartley. You know, Bartley was talking to Oscar as well. He said he spoke to a lad he knew who was a West Brom fan. This was in our group chat, and he basically said that Kyle Bartley's been a revelation this season in comparison to last. I mean, that could be the introduction of Bilic. We all know about Bartley. In terms of how I see the game going, I genuinely don't know. The one thing that worries me is our home form. But it is going to be a tough test. They're up there with, you know, in terms of attacking play, maybe not on our level in my opinion, but they're up there. I think it will be a tough test for the back, for the lads at the back. But listen, I fancy us to win every game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leeds win. I did that on my Super 6 as well. Sky TV are fucking shit. But yeah, I did that on Super 6. I see a 2-1 Leeds United win. And what better way to get back to winning ways at home, you know, at home, just in winning ways in general, but also at home, because, as I say, you know, our home form's not been great. To get back to winning ways and win the game 2-1 against a very good West Brom side who are unbeaten, you know, so it's well within our reach. Hassan Ali says, what happened to Harrison's pre-season form? Oh shit. Jacked Harrison, yeah, 100%. Look, he's a player that frustrates. His touch is unreal. He could trap wind. But you are right in saying sometimes he makes the wrong decisions when he's in the attacking, you know, attacking third. That's always, it's been our Achilles heel since last season. He's we can get there with ease. We can create chances. It's putting it in the back of the net. But it will happen. It will come good. I promise you. All this batter. Someone says, yeah, we miss chances because we're championship players. Fair deal. Let's have a look what people are saying. Rudy LUFC says Klitsch contract. Yeah. Has that been agreed? Is that what you're telling me? Let's have a look. Joseph TV, compare Barnsley to Charlton, and Barnsley went into it with all the confidence, topping League One and do all this confidence, but we need to over-prepare like Charlton. I don't know what he's saying. Let's have a look. Demar Faces says 170. Don't know what that's in relation to. Rudy LUFC says Struick should be on the bench. Fair enough. Stephen Paul Walker says Bamford needs to kick up the arse and to be clinical when shooting. I agree. You know, that's one thing as well, and I've wanted to speak about this for a while, and it's just come into my thought process. I listen to a lot of Leeds stuff. I listen, you know, I just like content for football in general, really. I listen to a lot of football podcasts, not just exclusive to Leeds. This XG stat is doing my fucking head in. Genuinely. XG. It's come out of nowhere, in my opinion anyway, this season, because it is everywhere now. It is everywhere. Maybe I've not seen it before, maybe it's been around for years, but it seems to be everywhere now. Like, I seen fucking XG. Is it XG? Is it even XG, Ed? Let's see what you say. XG, whatever the fuck you call it, man. But I hear it on podcasts. I hear it everywhere, and I understand it's expected goals, guys. I do get that. I know that. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit here and start trashing it when it's. But the point I'm making is, right, it seems to have me like come out of nowhere. And maybe it's the rise of All Stats, aren't we, and stuff, and I love their stuff. I listen to the Love Sport Radio, I listen to the Love Sport Radio podcast every Friday. Hopefully I can come on if you're watching. But honestly, I do love it. I mean, Barney, for example, he gets a question in every week. I was going to message him, actually, because I don't have Twitter, but I was going to message him and say, Barney, man, you're in there all the time. But yeah, it's just doing me head in because, you know, I was talking to Oscar about it, actually. And Oscar said something that his dad always says, and I thought it was really poignant. He turned round and said, games are won on the fucking pitch, not on spreadsheets. He might not have swore, maybe I'm putting that in for effect. But he said games are won on the pitch, not on spreadsheets. And I agree with that. Like, I'm sick of hearing, yeah, but, you know, like someone said, so I text someone after Derby. Where was I after Derby? I text someone anyway, and I said, thoughts on the game. Leeds were class. Derby had 0.2 XG, and we had 7 or something. Right, okay, that's fair enough. But we fucking drew the game, man. This is what I'm saying, and I just think there's an over-reliance. I suppose that's counteractive to what I've just been saying earlier about, yeah, we battered them, yeah, we did. But I just think to then say, oh, it'll be all right because of this XG, or EG, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, it means expected goals, but they do say XG, right? I am getting that right, because people are saying different in the comments. But yeah, it just seems to have come out now, come in fruition, and everything now is this. Just watch a game of football. But that's no slant on anyone, because that's what I'm saying. I'm not digging anyone out, because I watch it and I listen to it because I love it. Not XG, but just I just love listening to the content. But everyone's entitled to it. I mean, people will dine out on that. I look at other things, you know. It is what it is. I'm EMC, expected missed chances. We're through the roof. We're through the roof. Let's have a look. Anyway, that's my little rant on that shit. Leather Sandals says, wonder if any Leeds players are secretly watching this. I doubt it, mate. They have better things to do on a Monday. Although I did get this off a Leeds player who watches our stuff, and I've spoken to. There you go. He got my shirt. Joe, keep up the videos. There's some decent signatures on there. Apart from this one, right? What the fuck is that? And I'm convinced it might be someone who I've griefed. Not that they're watching. I mean, I'm not that important, genuinely, but I was like, they're taking the piss. Because I don't even know what that's supposed to be. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, that's might be BPF. I told you he was shite. Ed says, was weird at Four Parch today. Tyler Robertson, Klitsch walking past each other on the stairs. They just looked at each other and made weird noises. It's probably Alioski, that. You know, with them weird noises. It's probably how they speak in Four Parch now due to that. Let's have a look. Harry Burns says Costa will be better tomorrow. Ed says, are you going tomorrow? Unfortunately not, mate. As I say, I'm working tomorrow, so I was going to do a watch along, and then I can't even get out early from work, so I finish at 8. I work 12 till 8. Today I managed to get out a little bit early. Tomorrow I can't, because the other 2 managers on my shift, one's off and one's doing 10-6, so I'm stuck. And I can't leave people on the floor on their own. So unfortunately I can't, because I wanted to do a watch along. Because they've been missed as well. I love doing them. I absolutely love doing them. But like I say, once I get into the new house, all Leeds TV room, man cave, whatever you want to call it, that's gonna be there. So yeah, cool. Stephen Darcy says, why have we stopped shooting from outside the box and seem to be trying to walk it in? I mean, that for me was that happened like later on in the season even. You can take that back to last year. If you look at Click, for example, remember them early starts of the season, he was just banging them in left, right and centre like Adam Reach. And then it just stopped, didn't it? Yeah, there is a lot to be said about that. Peter Rogers, if we have one regular player who can't cross the ball and one player who can't finish, we're going to struggle. When you put it like that, yeah, you're probably right, mate, to be fair. Christy Farrer says all the teams have been lucky to get a result against us. We'll get complacent on the return fixture, then they will get battered. Yeah, do you know what? You're right. Even Charlton, man, we deserved a point at least, didn't we? If you look at the goal, Kiko, you know, punches the ball and it doesn't hit their player, it's 0-0. You may be happy with that. You wouldn't be on the face of it, but, you know, come the end of season, a point away might be decent, because Charlton are no mugs. Lee Boy, you wouldn't stand for that. You know, Derby were definitely lucky. Swansea, again, sucker punch, lucky. Stoke were lucky when they beat us in pens. Yeah, I mean, Forest, they didn't deserve nothing. That's what I'm saying about this division being shite, is because you look at the teams that we've played, Swansea, Forest still being up there, and I just think, how? I thought Forest were abysmal. Like, poor, really poor. I don't really rate Sammy Amiobi, but he does cause us problems. He did even when he was at Bolton. But, yeah, I just thought they were gash, but he did change the game for them, to be fair. 2-0 Leeds, 2-1 Leeds, 2-1 Leeds, 3-1 Leeds. Couple of predictions from you guys. Craig Stone says score first, we win. Is that still a thing? Do you remember when that was a thing last season? If we score first, we win. I think we did that up until that fateful game against Wigan. Scummer 1-0 up. Gail Dale says gutted. Let's have a look. Confidence is surreal, says Leeds nothing but tramps and thieves. Where's Chia? Don't know what you're on about. Yeah, Niall Joyce says it's expected goals. Oh, so I was right about it being XG. It was just Ed was asking what does that mean. Yeah, Justin Scarpella says, can they just promote us to Premiership with record XG? Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Total Lee says, what happened to your social media accounts? I've just took some time out for a bit, Tom. Just come off them for a little bit. Lever Sandoz says, my waist is XG. Andrew O'Connor says, 69% of stats are useless. Blaze Dragon Evening, Joe, mate. Great to see you back and well done on the 3 peaks. I'm worried about tomorrow night. I don't think we have a chance of winning up the Max Branning. Ed says, who sent that to you? Can't tell you that, son. Yeah. Harry Burns says he was singing Christmas songs today. Joe the Teesside Forshaw. Peter Rogers says, Joe, can anyone do the watch along? Possibly. I'll put it to the group. I know Oscar can't make the game. Oscar's very unwell at the moment. Conor's got lots of stuff on with uni. And Natasha is looking after the baby. Yeah, so all busy. But like I say, I will do a post-match for you tomorrow regardless. If I can get out of work early, I will do a watch-along because they're my favourite. I proper enjoy doing watch-alongs. Dallas, our best player so far. Agreed with that. Dallas is insane. Football 19 says, who would you sign in January? For me, an energetic midfielder. I'm not sure. Michael Evans says, we're so predictable, Joe, and teams are sussing us out, especially as they know our starting 11 3 days before each match. Yeah, Conor touched on that as well. If we don't lose to Charlton, though, right, you could arguably say we win every game. We should have won every game, right? We should have won every game. Did Forest suss us out when they got a point? Not for me. They got lucky off the corner. Maybe that's sussing us out, though. You could say that's sussing us out because we're poor at corners. Yeah, it's raining. Sorry, guys. I do apologise. The garage roof. At least this won't happen in the new house. Swansea, did they suss us out? No, I don't think so. Again, sucker punch. Derby, did they suss us out? No, we absolutely battered them. I get what you're saying. It's easy to say this after a loss, but I just think it's a little bit too, like, bam, that's it. You know, we're sussed out. Bielsa's no good, etc., etc. I just don't see it. But yeah, let's see. The starting 11 thing, yeah, I can understand. I get why people get frustrated at that. I do. But listen, we finished third last season. Had arguably our best season forever, and people did know our side, you know. We'll see. Justin Scarpulla says, we were all worried about this fixture last year. Look what happened. Fingers crossed it does. Graham Ratcliffe says, people say let's get behind them, but when we do, sometimes still don't make a difference. Gail Dale says, Brom were great at the weekend. Was that Huddersfield? Was it 4-2? Yeah, it's pissing it down, Ed. It is brutal. Ian Mozer 1234 says, I have been to 4 games this season and yet to see us win. Are you going tomorrow? If you are, rip up your ticket. Stephen Paul Walker says, why are you sat in the outside loo? Yeah, man, it's because of the garage roof, I'm telling you. But we're upgrading. Someone says we need to take our chances early tomorrow. Someone says we need a striker. Reece Armitage says, get Robertson for Shaq. He was insane against Brom at home last year. Yeah, he had a point to prove. He's a West Brom lad, isn't he? He's from their youth setup. But it's a massive game, one to look forward to. Raw's LUFC 10 comes in with an absolute big comment straight off the bat. Just got here, Joe. Thanks for tuning in. Bit of time management needed, mate. But he said, honest opinion, do you think we have a chance tomorrow? 100%. Think we'll win the game? He doesn't see it. Can't see it. Tell me why. Tell me why you can't see it. I think we've been playing some good stuff, man. I genuinely do. And maybe it'll play into our hands at home that West Brom are going to come and play. They're going to come and play. I do think not as expansive as they normally would, because I think, you know, Bilic is an astute manager. He's not daft. But they'll come and play. They're going to come and have a go, especially attacking. So it could play into our hands. We'll see. Football 19 says, do you think Paddy can take the Ellen Road pressure? Maybe not. I don't think Paddy... I'm not a massive fan, but I'll support him. Robbie Pollard says, are we regretting not getting Gale at the start of the season? It was never going to happen. We just... we can't afford that sort of money. Stephen Horseman, Prutz has said West Brom will get a draw at best at Ellen Road. That's nice. But yeah, right, cool. So guys, we've been going for almost an hour now. I don't want to upset the missus. I don't want to be here all night. But honestly, guys, I've absolutely loved it being back. 164 ended up. I genuinely thought we would get low numbers. Just because I haven't been for a while. I mean, someone said, Conor sent it to the group chat and said, someone said, what did he say? About Conor being controversial, but I suppose he has to get controversial over views over the other lads. Wainman gets the views. All right, son. But nah, yeah, listen, it's been great to be back. Thank you so much for tuning in. As per, I will see you all tomorrow. We'll be there for your post match. Let's do a post match. Thank you everyone who said, you know, well, everyone's thanking me now, so thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's good to be back. I promise you this will continue. I've just had a bad few weeks. These things happen. Yeah, so thank you for being patient. And yeah, because honestly, this makes me so happy. I'm so happy now I'm up here again. So let's stay up there, Wainman. Enjoy the game tomorrow. I've been chatting with West Brom Fan TV. Hopefully we can do an Instagram live in the morning if I get chance. And that'll be out on Instagram on Leeds TV for you to watch during the day, just to get another fan's perspective. It's a bit late now. I wouldn't have minded doing it today. But yeah, cool. Make sure you watch the lads post match as well. And then obviously we've got Millwall on Saturday, so I'll make sure that I get you a post match out. I might do another live stream in the new gaff as well, just because I like this. I like chatting to you guys. But I've rambled on a little bit too much now. But thank you so much again for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We hit 10,000 subscribers as well. Insane, 10,000 subscribers. But yeah, I'm going to leave you all there now. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you listen to all the other guys. Make sure you get on the podcast. You've got Edit All Things Leeds. You've got LS11. You've got Talking Shut. You've got, you know, the Square Ball. You know, you've got All Leeds TV. You've got All Stats Aren't We. You've got the Love Sport radio show. You've got everybody, man. You're spoilt for choice. It's nice to be nice. We're all in it together and all that jazz. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm fucking doing it again. I'm just talking shite. But I'm going to leave it there. Leeds. Peace out now. Enjoy your evening. And I will see you all tomorrow.